Welcome to the Michigan Runner Show. Join us each time as we explore the people, the places, and the events that shape our great sport.
Hi, we're standing at the start line of a 35th annual Fifth Third Riverbank run. We've run 2 heats of the 5K, expecting about 7,000 entrants in that. I'm about 15 minutes away from the start of the 10K, another 5,000 in that. Then the marquee race, the 25K USATF Men's and Women's Championships, starts at 8:20. We have a rarity here in Grand Rapids on the second Saturday in May. Sunshine, or at least no rain. It's about 64 degrees, dew point's about 40%, so not bad. Not bad. Looks like a good day for running. Looks like a dry day for running. If the sun comes out, it may get a little hot for the runners. I understand we have an Ethiopian runner, a couple of Kenyans on the men's side, Kenyan on the women's side, and it's, of course, the USATF Championship, so we'll have a flight of good American runners, including last year's men's runner-up, Josh Moan. Neither of the defending champs is back, but it should be a great race. Again, great conditions. We're very excited to go. Looks like a record field, more than 22,000 runners. We have the start of the 35th Fifth Third Riverbank Run 25K, and of course the runners are behind the motorcycles and the press trucks and everything else, but eventually you can see them coming through. Perfect day, 64 degrees. There we go. See some of the top Americans out front here and the international runners as well. About 7,000 runners total expected here today. Plenty of cowbell.
Pork. I got a fever. You look curious about cowbell.
You're darn right. Don't know whether Bill Rogers decided to move to this one from the 10K or not. Okay. You may be able to see some of the signs for the pace teams. A 7-minute pace team just went by, so if you're running in this group early in the race, you might have just seen your picture. Years ago, they tried to have a 3-hour cutoff time in this race. As the sports become more popular, it's become more open and accessible to, less serious, I shouldn't say less serious runners, but some of the slower, some of the runners who are beginning, they're doing life challenges and not worrying so much about blitzing a fast time. There's our American flag. To our pace team in view.
A Marine. Fly that flag proud.
We have 15 runners here who are running their 35th Fifth Third Riverbank run. That's all of them. Guys a few years older than they once were. Eight-minute team now coming through. See all kinds of attire, all kinds of gaits, all kinds of runners. The streets of Grand Rapids, Michigan. Great day for running. Whatever threat of thunderstorm seems to have blown by, or it's waiting to spring on us, but for now it's dry, 64 degrees, not humid, just about ideal. Dating back to 1978, the inaugural running here, they had about 1,300 runners. Through the years, they've changed courses. Many stories shared on some of our other videos that we'll be posting here. One year they changed the course. They were rebuilding the S-curve in downtown Grand Rapids. They started and ended it at what is now Fifth Third Park, home of the West Michigan Whitecaps Class A League minor league baseball team. Interesting year. It started and ended at the Deltaplex. Some people got confused with the shuttles, and I was running it that year. As we were going out, there were still runners looking a little bit angry walking to the start line. Luckily, of course, they had chip mats at the start and finish, so they still got, you know, legitimate times, but as far as running for place, they were out of luck. Then it got windy in the race. In fact, the finish banner blew down just before the first place Kenyan came in. Luckily, it preceded his arrival, so he didn't get guillotined. Go get him, Ken! The inimitable and inevitable Ken Lusk. Being a West Michigan boy, I see a lot of friends going by here. People I've run with for years. Well, it's also great to see the young runners, you know. Sport continues to appeal to a real broad range of people, broader than it used to. Hence, I think the spikes in numbers. 9:30 pace team goes by. There goes Hannah. Looks like she's just cruising this year. Still they come. People enjoying the streets now. It's a long, long way, 15.5 miles. And the course can be deceptive if you've not run it before, because the first 8 or 9 miles are slightly downhill to flat as you run out along the Grand River, cross the river at 28th Street or Highway 11, and come back through Johnson Park. Then you get into hills. And last you get into hills, there's a lot of nice rollers out there on the back half of the course before it comes back into town and flattens out again. It's an interesting distance. You know, hard to ease into like a marathon. I mean, it's a long way. You don't want to kill yourself early, but if you're competitive, you know, you can't lay back too much or you're going to lose the people and they're not going to come back to you, the people you want to compete with. But a place here in the race where people aren't worrying so much about that as they are about just completing it and testing their personal ability and maybe setting personal bests. Still they come. I see signs in the distance now for 11-minute pace. Go get him, Catherine.
And the 12 is not too far behind.
Yep, 12 minutes. People smiling for the cameras. People equipped with water, hydration belts, goo, power bars, vodka, bourbon. Yeah, I haven't seen many of those yet.
Bourbon?
Bourbon.
Vodka?
Bourbon. Darn right. There goes our POWMIA
There we are.
flag waiver. And now we're getting near the last starters. We're awaiting the winner of the Fifth Third Riverbank run. We're at just under 1:14. Here we go. It looks like a Kenyan or an Ethiopian. Coming through fast. Gonna be just close to 1:15. Second runner, boy, he's close behind. He's in about 1:15. That would be the American 25K champion. Here comes fourth. That may be Brett Gotcher. I think I recognize Brett. Ashmone, I'm not sure. comes Clint Viren, Team Hansen's veteran, venerable Clint Viren. Chris Koster, Grand Rapids favorite. You ready to go?
I'm ready.
We're going to double team here with our women's winner, Janet Cherubim Bockham.
Yes.
Congratulations on your run today.
Thank you. Thanks.
How was it out there?
It was a little rough for me at the beginning. I went out a little quick. I wanted to find some guys to run with, but they were too quick. So I was stuck by myself for a little bit, and then Lindsay Schaff got up to me and she took it out, and she stayed in the front for a while, and then we went back and forth for a while, and I think I broke away from mile 14, I think so, yeah.
Mile 14 back in town then when it gets flat again.
Yes.
How are things out in the hills?
They were pretty good, you know. They were rolling, but not too bad for sure. The weather was perfect, so you couldn't ask for anything better than this.
How about your time? Have you run a 25K before?
No, this is a PR, so...
Hey, there you go, and a win as well.
Yes, that's true. So,
Congratulations, Janet.
thank you, appreciate it.
Look at her fifth woman. And sixth. Here with Dot McMahon from Team Hansen's in Rochester. Fourth American here this year, second last year, and a little bit cold right now.
I am freezing right now.
Well, you've been here when it's been wet. At least it was dry. How was it out on the course?
It was amazing on the course. This probably ideal racing conditions today. Ideal.
Mm-hmm. Now, how was your pace? I mean, you're still coming back from the Olympic trials.
Yeah, you know, I ran about 2 minutes faster than last year, so I'm pleased.
But it was only good for fourth.
Only good for fourth. That's okay. It means everybody else is getting better too.
You were in close with your teammate Melissa White. Were you together most of the race?
We were together for the majority of the race. She pulled away. You know, I'm not sure exactly where. Maybe around 10 miles or so.
Okay.
And you know, I just tried to work my way back up to her. But she was running great, and we both negative split. So we're thrilled.
Sure. Well, fantastic. And a little bit of teamwork doesn't hurt either.
Definitely.
Now you have a little one, right? You're a fairly new mom, not that new anymore.
She's 3. She turned 3 last week.
Oh my gosh, not at all. And there's still life after motherhood, plenty of running life.
I like to think so.
Then you do some running after her?
Of course, she makes me chase her.
Well, you've been running for the Hansens you're a veteran here. What kind of goals do you have for this year, and then what do you see up the road here?
You know, I guess I've already accomplished 2 goals of the year. I wanted to run a 10K PR. I did that about a month ago.
This year, what'd you run?
33:24.
Fantastic.
And you know, I wanted to run another PR here, and I wanted to place a little higher, but you know, you can't really control that. So.
But you did get the PR.
I did. So you know, everything's going as planned so far. I hopefully get a marathon PR in the next year. And
what's your target? Where are you going to race?
You know, I don't have a race in mind yet.
Looking at fall? Anything yet this spring?
Probably next spring.
Ah, okay.
I'm not sure.
Okay. Well, great race today. A
Thank
PR
you.
by 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Congratulations,
Thank
Dot.
you. Thank you.
Thanks. A last note before signing off, we believe now that Janet Bockham's winning women's time today of 1:24:36 is a new American record, breaking the venerable record set by Joni Benoit Samuelson at this race back in 1983. So a great day here in Grand Rapids. Signing off.